So we are very lucky to have the caliber of client that we do, and one of those is the government of Namibia, and we've run a project there for a number of years with our partner Syntex up in Windhoek, and we're going to have a presentation now with Klaudia from Syntex and Makili from Trimble. Over to you guys.
Thank you, Bill, and good morning, everyone. We will focus on three aspects: Landfolio back office system, eGov portal project implementation, and the eGov portal project considerations. In 2014, Trimble implemented the Flexi Cadastry system for the Mines Directorate to replace the computerized mineral title management system. And part of the deliverables, they have also provided a public view-only map portal for external stakeholders to view the license shape and also the license basic information. Moving on to 2018, the ministry requested us to extend the same solution to the Mines Directorate, to the Diamond Directorate and Petroleum Affairs. And during the implementation, we have also now upgraded the Flexi Cadastry system to the Landfolio system. We also implemented a dashboard for the Mines Directorate. Last year, we started with the eGov portal project, and the eGov portal will be used by the three directorates. The scope of the back office Landfolio system is to manage and monitor all licenses and permits for the three directorates. In addition, it also facilitates many additional out-of-the-box functionalities, such as the generating of official documents and letters from the system, sending of email and SMS notification for both external and internal stakeholders, and also to provide high-level security functionalities, just to mention a few. And the current status is that both the directorates are fairly using the system, and then it's also a good record of healthy quality data. Now, moving on to the eGov portal, the discussion around the eGov portal with the ministry started in 2021, and it was only until last year now the ministry gave us a go-ahead to implement the eGov portal. The project started mid-November last year, and then the key objective is to provide an interactive interface for the current and future license holders with a range of transactions, such as the submission of application and other obligations within the ministry. In terms of the past and current milestones, we have successfully upgraded the Landfolio system from version 6.4.0.1 to version 7.2.14 to allow a smooth and a successful implementation of the eGov portal. We have also completed the inception phase, which was focusing more on the project planning and requirements gathering. And we are currently in the design phase of the project. There are some activities that are taking place in parallel with the implementation, and these activities have a very huge impact on the success of completing the project. And these activities include the acquisition of IT infrastructure to host the eGov portal. The Minister also started an engagement with the Central Bank and the Minister of Finance regarding to the online payment gateway integration. So this will allow the license holders and applicants to do online payments. And the last activities is the ongoing data cleaning. So this exercise will assist the ministry in verifying and validation of data to ensure that the data it's representing the correct status before the license holders have access to those data. The project timeline, it's roughly about 8 months, and it consists of 5 phases. So the first phase, which was already completed last year, is the inception phase, which focused on the project planning and requirements gathering. And then we are in the design phase of the project, which is focusing on the solution design. And after the design is done, we will move into the development and configuration phase of the project. So here the complete portal configuration and the workflow that we are currently designing in the design phase will be configured. And then once that phase is done, then we move into the training and testing phase. So now the ministry resources will do the user acceptance test based on the requirements that they provided during the inception phase. And the portal administrators will be trained on how to use the system. And then we go for the last phase, which is the go live and the formal launching. So in each of these phases, we would provide the ministry with the deliverable, which is the report. And then the report will consist of the work completed during each phase, the challenges that we faced, and also it will also highlight issues that will have an impact on the eGov portal. Thank you. Got it.
Thank you, Klaudia. That was a very comprehensive overview of the current implementation for Namibia. I have a very short section here just to touch on a few of the eGov portal considerations. With every project, with every implementation, there's going to be a number of factors, number of considerations that you need to take into place at the very beginning. We're quite fortunate, as Bill has alluded to, with Namibia. We've got a strong footprint there with 8 or 9 years that we've implemented the back office system. Therefore, we're able to leverage off the existing workflows and the back office system. The laws are already in place. The mining laws and petroleum laws are existing. We've got thousands of licenses on the system, which allows us to really piggyback quite nicely and add another layer of the portal onto the back office system. Another consideration is suitability of IT infrastructure within the ministry. Hosting is one of the big considerations for the portal, and we've been having some really productive discussions during the inception phase last year and going into this design phase, and we're making good headway there. The initial consideration was looking at a government data center or cloud service to host a solution, and all of those will be confirmed fairly soon. We all fully thrust into the online world right now, and online payments is, of course, very, very important. Our portal is able to quite easily integrate with different payment gateway providers, and the discussion between the ministry and a suitable payment gateway provider is already on the way. That's quite important if you think about the Namibia implementation, where there's 3 different directorates: petroleum, mines, and diamonds, which means they've got a global client user base, global client stakeholders needing to make payments for mining licenses, petroleum exploration licenses, and various other payments. Data cleaning and optimization is quite important. I'm glad Klaudia is heading that up with the ministry. We get to monitor and track and prioritize what data is important for each directorate, which will then make its way onto the portal. And then thereafter, we'll have to look at an onboarding and registration process on how we handle the existing user stakeholders and how we bring aboard new stakeholders to transition nice and smoothly into using our portal. This is a very small snapshot of the current setup of the Namibia portal that we have. And this basically brings me to my conclusion. We have an initial setup of the portal. We're at the very early stages of the implementation at the moment. We actually fly up to Windhoek this Sunday, where we'll spend the next week or 2 with the ministry in design workshops, making sure that we design and configure this portal exactly to the requirements. There's, of course, countrywide anticipation and excitement for this portal right up to the presidency, especially now with the launch of the Botswana portal. We've got a delegate from Namibia here, including the project manager for the Ministry of Mines on this project. And we're looking forward to collaborating over the next couple of months to implement a successful portal. And hopefully next year we get to steal another slot at the user conference and give a demo of a successful Namibia portal. Thank you.